Hey everybody, this is Jim the Tabletop Engineer, and welcome back to another game of 2d6 Dungeon. I'm actually running 2d6 Dungeon and 2d6 Realm together, but right now I am down in the dungeon. Before I get started, I want to clear up something. I don't have the rulebook yet for Realm. I have the PDF, and when I first read it, I misunderstood some of the rules, and so normally, when you're in the dungeon and you find a secret chute back up to the surface, you go up, spend some time in town, and then you come back down. But in 2d6 Realm, that is actually like two different time periods. You can't just go up and then randomly or directly come back. So what I'm going to do is I'm about to head down to level 2. Once I'm in level 2, you can keep going in the dungeon. You just keep exploring or whatever, time's passing. But when I go back up, that is a pause, and I'll pick back up where 2d6 Realm starts, and I'll explain the mistake I made and how I'm going to correct it. It's not a big one. It was just a time issue. You just can't go up and come back down. The 2d6 Realm environment doesn't allow for that. All right, when I last fought, I was in this room, found a shrine to Nevizator, but I also found an unlocked door. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through that door, and we're going to see what shows up. So remember, green is X, red is Y. All right, so I got a 6x6 room, but if you'll remember when you roll doubles, okay, so it says it can occur if the rooms end up being 6 squares or smaller. Okay, Yeah, if you roll a double, you apart from a double 6. Okay, it says apart from a double 6. So I will not be rolling again for a bigger room. Instead, this is going to be a 6x6 room, which is pretty much going to max it out. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we're going to make this a dead-end room. There's going to be stairs down to the bottom. But before we do, we have to roll to see what is in this room. Now, if you'll remember, I'm on level 1 right now. So for the level 1, now this was a 36, anything bigger than 32 is considered a large room. So I'm going to be rolling on the level 1 large rooms, which is on page 40. And we'll see what we get. So on page 40, for 32 squares or bigger, you roll 2d6 and you add them. So that is an 8. An 8 is a sparring chamber. So this is room number 11. And it is a sparring chamber. It says, this is a training room where there is a circle of sand in which a warrior and a scout are sparring. So there's this big circle here. And inside are these two individuals. They turn and attack. If you survive, roll on BT1 plus 2. All right, so we have a warrior and a scout. So I will have to fight both of them. They will each get shots at me. So the scout, I will put their, what do you call it? I'll put their cards up on screen for you if I can find them. Scout. They weren't in alphabetical order, sorry. And the warrior, which is right here. So we're going into combat. Now, the warrior, if I can find my pencil again, I put it in the book. The warrior has 9 health. And the scout has 5. The warrior has a shift of +1. And the scout has a shift of +1. So I'm going to go ahead and start at combat round number 1. I will roll my dice. Green is primary, red is secondary. You know what, before I do that, let me get their primaries and stuff set. So the warrior will block on primary 4s, so I use the green for that. And it will dodge on secondary 3s, and I use the, I'm going to move this over here. Secondary 3s and primary 4s. Okay. And the scout does a jump on primary 1s and 6s. Okay, so he's got 2, 1, and a 6. Now it is time for the combat. Let me get into my character sheet real quick so I can reference some things. Apologies, I should have had this open before I started. Where are you? No, it's here somewhere. Yeah. Okay, so I have what's called a hack and a heavy slash. The hack hits on a 4-2, primary 4, secondary 2, and the heavy slash is a 6-4. So I'm just going to write this up here. I always forget to do it, but a heavy slash, it's a 4-2 and a 6-4, and this does D6 minus 2 damage, and the heavy slash is D6 plus 2. I am going to attack the scout. Why? I think it'll be faster for me to kill him, mainly because he doesn't block on primary 4s, which is what I'm really aiming for here. So I'm going to go ahead and attack. I rolled a 4-5, and remember, I start with 2 shift, so I cannot get this down to a 4-2. And with 2 shift, I can't get it up to a 6-4, so I miss. The warrior will attack me with a 3-4, and with one shift, he cannot turn this to a 4-3 or a 1-2, so he misses. And the scout rolls a 3-6, and with 1 shift, he can't get this to a 5 or a 6, so he misses. Turn number 2, I attack again. I'm going to attack the scout. I got a 2-5. Well, I can't do anything. With 2 shift, I could get this to a 4, but I can't get this to a 2, so I miss. The warrior comes at me with a 5-3. Now, with 1 shift, he can get that to a 4-3, which is D6 minus 3 damage. So I'm going to roll a D6, but I block on primary 4s with my jerkin, which is a -1 modifier, so -1 on the damage. So this is a D6 minus 3. 5 minus 3 is 2, minus my 1 block. He does 1 point of damage. I am down to 8. The scout will attack with a 5-4. He can turn that with 1 shift into a 5-3, which is a jab, which is D6 minus 3. He does 1 point of damage. I am down to 7. I will strike. Now it's turn number 3. I will strike at the scout. I got a 1-2. With 2 shift, I can't make that a 3, a 4, so I miss again. The warrior does a 1-6. With 1 shift, he cannot make that into a 1-2, and he misses. The scout does a 5-3, which is a D6 minus 3. 2 minus 3, he does no damage. Turn number 4. Now we both get a bonus shift. All of us, all 3 of us. And I rolled a 5-3. Now with 3 shift, I could make this a 6-4. And it does D6 plus 2. Now he blocks on a primary 6. I forgot about that. So it's -2 damage. So instead of D6 plus 2, it's D6. Just D6 damage. And I rolled a 3. So he takes 3 damage out of his 5. Now the warrior comes at me with 2 shift, and he rolls a 5-2. With 2 shift, he can make that a 4-3, which again does D6 minus 3, and then my armor blocks on the 4, so it's D6 minus 4. 2 minus 4 is no damage. The scout comes at me with a 5-3, which is an exact hit. D6 minus 3. 2 minus 3, no damage. We're now up to turn number 5, and we each get 2 bonus shift. I will attack the scout. And I rolled a 5-4. I will turn that to a 6-4. Even though he blocks, it still does D6 damage. I just need to do 2 points of damage. And I did. And the scout dies. Now the warrior comes at me with a 1-5 with, sorry, he's got 1, the scout, with 3 shift, he could make this a 1-2. No, he could make that a 3 with 2, but he couldn't get that up to 4. So yeah, he can turn it into a 1-2, which does D6 minus 2 damage. Ooh, 4 damage. I'm down to 3 health. Okay, I'm coming after the warrior now. This is now turn number 6. We get 3 shift. That couldn't have come at a better time. A 6-6 is a critical hit. I get to pick the one I want, and I get to add my shift. So obviously, I'm going to add I'm going to use the heavy slash. He blocks on he does not block on a 6-4. So it's D6 plus 2, and then I get to add the 5 shifts. So it's D6 plus 7. 4 plus 7 is 11, and that is enough to kill the warrior. All right, now before I do anything, let's see what the warrior and the scout have on them. The warrior says roll on pouch table 1. So pouch table 1 is on page, I always forget. Pouch table 1 is page 23. So go to page 23, roll 2d6. That's a 7. Gain 4d6 copper and 2d6 silver. All right, the copper, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 copper and 2d6 silver. 4 silver. Okay, and I get 9 XP and 22 XP for a total of 32 XP. 88 plus 32 is 120. So I am now in the triple digits, which is excellent. 120. Okay. Now, before I do anything, to go to level 2, I need 100 XP. I just crossed it. I get plus 2 shift, which is stays. I get plus 1 discipline, plus 1 precision. So my precision is now plus 1, and I will make a note of that in my character sheet here. So my precision, instead of being 0, is now plus 1. And I get 10 health added, so I'm at 13. I don't go up to full. I mean, I would normally be at 20 health, but I'm at 13, so that helped. And is that all I get? Yeah, that is it. So good leveling up there. I have a set of stairs, but before we finish, I get to roll on BT1 plus 2. BT1 is bag table, page 19. Bag table 1, and I add 2 to the roll. So I roll 2d6, add them, and then add 2. 2 plus 2 is 4. The bag stinks, and you find a dead rabbit and a turnip. I will take that turnip and dead rabbit, because that pelt may come in handy at some point. Okay, we have stairs going down. Now, when you go down a level, it tells you that you get to heal, you get to do something. You burn a ration. So it goes, when you go down, you burn a ration. I have rations, I know I do. Let's see how many I have. I have 3 rations. So I am going to go down to 2. And it says you lose, where is it? When resting on the stairs and you eat a ration, you recover health. You gain 2 HP per adventure level. So I'm level 2, so I get 4 hit points back. So I'm up to 17 out of 20. If you have a cloth or bandage, you gain an additional 1. Do I have a cloth or a bandage? Hold on, maybe I do. Pouch, bit of metal, turnip, pouch, bit of metal, dead rabbit. No, I don't have any cloth on me to do that, so I'll say no to that. And and then the entrance to the next level. So when you enter the next level, again, you enter a room with 3 corridor exits. So let's go over to the new one. Let's see, let's put this right here. So this is level 2. And I'm going to write hack / I'm just transferring the information over. D6 minus 2, D6 plus 2. All right. And I need to roll for the starting room. It is a, well, I don't think that's how that works. Let me double, you play so many games, you forget how to do the starting room. Let's see, the starting room, select a square. This is the entrance is never too small, but it's always at least 6 squares. And then if it also has 3 exits, so it has to be at least 2 by 6, so or 2 by 3. So I will do there, and there. There are my exits, So this is the entrance to level 2. I didn't roll doubles, and let's keep going. All right, so let's go to the right. I want to try to get to a border, so I at least have the option of getting out of this dungeon if I need to. So I will go through this corridor, and it is a longer corridor. It goes 4 and then up 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then up 1. I shouldn't have drawn that. And then it goes up 1 like that. Now, for corridors, I'm trying to remember, if it's a corridor, if you roll a 1, you roll a quarter. Apply the same process, and you will see that you have a narrow space. Sometimes place them in a room. Roll for number of exits as you would a room. This is what I always forget to do on quarters. I just assume that you can go. So let's roll to see how many doors or exits. Technically, there should probably only be just 1, right? Because, I mean, it is a corridor. But let's roll for it. That's a 2, which is 1 exit. All right, there's a door here. What kind of door is it? So to do that, you come over to the level 1 table. And on the very next page, it has the types of doors for exit 1. We roll 2 of these. It is a 3-2. A 3-2 is a wooden door. So a wooden door is just a hollow square. And then you roll to see if it's locked or not. A 2 is, I always forget, where'd I put my bookmark again? I got to get better organized here. I just had a bookmark that told me, I'm pretty sure, I'm 99%, oh, it's right in front of me. The 2 is unlocked. All right, so it is unlocked, and I can continue through there, which is what I'm going to do. Put that right there. These go away, and we roll to see what is through this door. A room 4 by 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, and up 2. How many exits? 4 is a 2 exit room. So I'll put 1 here, and we'll put 1 here. And what type of exit? I should have kept that page open. These are 1, 4, which is archways. Excellent. So they're just archways. They're open. Now we see what is in this room. Now this is a standard room. It's 2 by 6, so it's considered a small room. No, I'm sorry. It was a bigger room. That was 4 by 2. It was 8. So it's just a standard room. A standard room for level 1 is on page 42. Roll 2d6. And it is, now I'm on level 2, so I got to remember that. It's a 4-1. Level 2 rooms, that's on the next page. 4-1 is a rough chamber. This will be room number 1. I rolled a 4-1. It is a rough chamber. And it reads, This room has not been finished. Some of the walls are rough and uneven. Roll a d6. On a 1 to 3, a patrol comes in, roll on L2P. Afterwards, roll on L2TR. And it has archways. I should have rolled to see what it is first, because then it tells me what type of doors it has, but I got lucky on that. There's an order to this. Roll your room size, roll for the room, and then check the type of exits. If it says random, then you roll randomly. All right, let's roll to see if a patrol comes. Roll a d6. I rolled a 4. It does not. So it says afterwards roll on L2TR. L2TR. Level 2 TR is, well, where is it? Level 2 TR is level 2 trap, page 39. So we have a trap. Level 2 trap. Looks like you roll 2d6 and you add them together. That is a 4. 4, a large stone ball swings down. Roll a d6 and add your shift. On a 5 or higher, you dodge it, otherwise lose d3 hit points. My shift is 2, so I roll a d6. I rolled a 1. 1 plus 2 is 3. I did not beat 5, so I lose d3 hit points. I lose 1 health. I am down to 16. There was a trap, minus 1 hit point. All right. Archways. I'm just going to write in trap here. Let's go through the north door. That is a 6-2. 6 this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 by 2. All right. Roll for the room size, or the room, what it is, for page 43, was it? Level 2 rooms is page 44. I'll put page 44 for the rooms. Let's see what this room is. It is a 6-1. 6-1 is a treatment room. This is room number 2. Treatment room. Uh, 6-1. Treatment room says, there are shelves lined with jars and bottles. A wooden table stands in the center. How many? You must face an apothecary. All right, it says random exits. It is unique, so it can only happen once per level. Let's roll for the doors, because it does say random. So we go to that table. And what type of doors are they? Exit 2, or level 2, sorry. That is a 1-6. Portcullises. I don't like portcullises. And, oh, I didn't roll for how many. Hold on. How many? 1 exit. I will put that here going up. And a portcullis has a strange symbol. It is a line with 2 circles. Okay. And I have to fight an apothecary. So I will do that. Let me get the apothecary out. There we go. The apothecary has 12 hit points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Has 1 shift. Blocks on primary 1s and 4s. And blocks on secondary 2s. So a hack is what I don't want, because it blocks on 4s and 2s. A slash is 6. It won't do my slash, so let's hope I can roll some slashes. All right, we are on turn number 1. No benefit here. That's a 1, 120. I rolled a 6-3. With 2 shift, I can make that a 6-4. He does not block on primary 6s or secondary 4s, so the apothecary takes d6 plus 2 damage. 3 plus 2 is 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He comes at me with a 4-5, which is a firebomb. I do block on primary 4s. d6 minus 2, so it's actually a d6 minus 3. 1 minus 3 is no damage. Turn number 2, I come at him. 3-3. With 2 shift, I could make it a 4-2. Up, down 1, and up 1. So it's normally D6 minus 2. You have to choose which one, but they both block at minus 2 damage. So it doesn't matter which one I choose. So now it's going to be D6 minus 4. And he takes no damage. Turn number, oh no, he swings at me. 3-5. He can turn that to with 1 shift, he can turn that to a 4-5, not a 1-5. And it's D6 minus 3 with my armor block. Ooh, 3 points of damage, down to 13. Okay. Turn number 3, I will swing at him. I got a 6-4, which is an exact hit. So I'm D6 plus 2, and I get to add my shift of D6 of plus 2, so it's D6 plus 4. 3 plus 4 is 7, and he dies. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Dead. All right, plus 35 XP. I get a treasure roll on Potion 1, the Potion 1 table. Potion 1 is page 9. Potion 1 table. Roll, oh, that's just the tables. To find out what you get, you roll on POT 1. I'll find out what page that's on. Potion 1 is on page 16. Okay, page 16. Potion 1, right here. Just roll a D6. I rolled a 1. Potion of Healing. And the Potion of Healing adds 10, I think. I'll double check. But it can't take you above your max. And my max is 20, so I'm not going to use it just yet. I got the XP. I rolled on the potion. And now for that particular room on page 44, for the treatment room, it says, you must face an apothecary. If you survive, you search the shelves. Roll on Potion 1 and Potion 3. Excellent. Let's go back there. So I rolled on Potion 1, Potion 2 and 3, right? Yeah. So let's roll on Potion number 2. That's a 3, which is a Potion of Resist Magic. And the Potion number 3 table, 4, Potion of Constancy. Constancy, yeah. All right, and that is going to do it for this episode. I finished up level 1. I made it down to level 2. I defeated, well, I took a little bit of damage on a trap. I defeated an apothecary. And I've got some potions, which does give me a little bit of breathing room because, like I said, I was looking at having to go straight up because I'm pretty much out of a lot of stuff. All right, that's all I got. This is Jim, the Tabletop Engineer. I will be back in a week with the next episode. Actually, that may not be true. At the time I'm filming this, I am actually considering ramping up and releasing 2 2d6 dungeon videos per week and 2 4 Against Darkness games per week. So you may only have to wait either a couple days or just until the weekend ends. But yeah, I'm thinking about doing 2 of these per week so they go a little quicker. All right, this is Jim, the Tabletop Engineer. Thanks for joining me on this game of 2d6 Dungeon and Realm. I'll be back soon. Everybody, take care.
Check out the new RPG and Wargame newsletter. Each week, the Tabletop Engineer shares news, products, Kickstarters, and much more related to the gaming hobby. It's free to subscribe, so check out the link in the video description below to sign up.